All right. Girard. So, I'm here tonight with Kari Rutushin and Meganne Stepka. I'm really glad you two could join me tonight. This should be a lot of fun. And this is the Songwriter Block. We do this about every other week. And it's all original music, so what you hear the folks playing, they wrote, they created it. And, I think you're going to enjoy tonight if you're on there watching. Let's see here. I should mention that Wilbert's is our sponsor. And so, my thanks goes out to Mike Miller and Wilbert's. Hopefully in another couple months, they're going to be back up and running, and everything's going to be good. And we'll all be getting together again live because we all had our shots and whatever. But that's where we're going with this. So we're going to just take turns playing. We're going to just go around in a circle. Usually this is called Songwriter Round, but we just call it Songwriter Block for whatever reason. Ladies, if you don't mind, I'm going to start out. That way I won't finish.
Sounds good.
Okay? So let me do the things that, like you said, the back room or the green room or whatever. So I'll do it going like that. Okay. So this song I wrote many, well, not that many years ago, probably 6, 7 years ago. So it's called Everyone's Got a Place to Be. She dreamed of playing Severance Hall, music moved the air, hearts of sound filling the room, played from her first chair. Now she's sitting with 2 little kids, getting knots out of their hair. Music's just memory, she's trying not to care. Everyone has a place to be, hopes, dreams, and plans. Life deals different cards, you just got to hold at hand. When he was young, he dreamed of sailing on the South Sea tropical sun, living his life, adventures each day, doing what he wants. Years go by, his wife and he have a house and bills to pay. Instead of sailing the 7 seas, he just goes to work each day. Everyone has a place to be, hopes, dreams, and plans. Life deals different cards, you just got to play that hand. Days go by, life goes clean, sometimes I think where we are and what we do is where we're at today. She dreamed of living on a sunlit, on a snow-white sandy beach, in the sun, wind blowing her hair in the warm Caribbean Sea. Now she's sitting, staring out the window at her old flame and old gown, wondering just how she got stuck in this damn town. Everyone has a place to be, hopes, dreams, and plans. Life deals different cards, you just got to play that hand. Try to remember all the words next time. Kari, since you're sitting right there next to me, why don't you go next, and
Alright.
then we'll go over to Megan.
Cool. Alright, that sounds good. Okay. This is a song I wrote this last spring, I think. I guess the best way to describe it is, I tend to steer political with my songwriting. I don't really mean to, it just kind of ends up going there. So this one's a little bit more about classes and more sort of like the ones at the very top. So, it's called The Mountain. I drove up the California mountain to Pennsylvania to the top of the Allegheny, just to see what there is to be found. I met the rich folk at the top of the mountain, saw the faces and the places and the treasures. Let me tell you, all they do is look down. Breathe air clean and let the waste fall down. Slap the name on every building in town. Well, you can't see it when the mist rolls in. And the valley is right in decay. We're all trying to get through another day. Feel like pawns in a game of chess. Rather pit us against each other than help clean up the mess. I drove through the farmlands of Ohio, through Indiana all the way to Idaho. I met so many people, all they do is look up. They see the rich folk at the top of the mountain, think if they work hard they could make it there someday. Well, they don't know, they're the ones holding it up. Loyalties, they change like the seasons. Money is the only right. Money is the only reason. They won't let you climb unless you lie your way through the line. Stepping on your brother's hand while you go to bed. Well, the air's much sweeter up here. That's why they stay up there, year after year after year after year. Well, the air's so much sweeter up here. The mountains fall down with the edge of our hands. They don't deserve to soft a spot to land. Come down from the mountain and see what you've done. Come down from the mountain, see what you become. I met the rich folk at the top of the mountain. I met the faces and the places and the treasures. All they do is look down. Well, you can talk about your men of Gideon. You can talk about your men of Saul. But there's none like good old Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. I said Joshua fit the Battle of Jericho. Jericho, Jericho. Well, Joshua fit the Battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down.
I like that end. I like that end.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
All right, Megan, it's your turn now.
Here we glow. Thanks for having me, Rick. And Kari, it's so nice to meet you finally, virtually, in person. We almost did a showcase Songwriters Night together. What was it, in 2019? Was it 20? Was it just last year in 2020, right before the pandemic? Or was it in 2019? I can't even remember now, but it's great to be sharing space with you too. I'm going to start off with one of my go-to songs to start off with that's called Carbon Star. Celebrating that all life shares carbon, and that is something that I can close my eyes to. That brings me peace when I feel disconnected. There's silly, timeless questions like, can you hear me? Are there ears or words and energy? Fields of frequencies can shake the earth, my voice, and cry. Might brush your hair aside and sing no worries, no worries. And that's something I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes to. Talk over what I could have done, because that's what I'm stuck on. But you'd reassure it was never about what could have been, because this is now. Oh, you've been shining time, but this is now, and that's something I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes to silly, timeless questions, leaving simple answers and clocks behind. They'll spin us all around, spin us all around. Could this universe be love? Could it be a helium flash at the break of your dawn? And you'll start it up, you'll start it all again. Now that's something I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes. I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes to. I can close my eyes can close my eyes too.
Very nice. So, Megan, why don't you take a minute and talk about 48-hour virtual music fest and the fact that you're having an anniversary?
Sure will. It's coming up next weekend. At this time, next Friday, we have been kicking off our 48-hour virtual music fest with open mics just the last few months. So that's open to anyone to join down to the last minute. You're welcome to pre-sign up, but a virtual open mic is what we do as well on Zoom and then stream it to Facebook. So we're doing that from 7 to 8:30, and then the fest officially kicks off at 9 p.m. and runs every hour, on the hour, and even sometimes on the half hours for 48 hours straight until Sunday at about midnight, so 11:55 p.m. Sunday it wraps up. We've been quarantining or staying home or not playing shows at least. A lot of venues obviously have been closed or at incredibly limited capacity for a year now. So somehow we have been doing these virtual fests. We've done 12 so far, and this is our 13th, marking our one-year anniversary of an idea I had in the middle of the night right after the pandemic started, which was I miss my friends and I miss my peers and I miss hosting my open mic nights and going to each other's songwriters nights. So what was the next best thing I could do if we were all staying home, which was to get all those people in one place and one time, so to speak, over one weekend with nonstop live streaming. So there's an event page called 48HVMF, the acronym for 48-Hour Virtual Music Fest, or the abbreviation 48HVMF 13 one-year anniversary. And if you say going to that event page, you'll be able to tune in to all these live streams all around the clock all next weekend.
They're a lot of fun. And, this whole virtual thing, we were doing the rounds, which, you both know, you've done rounds with me. And the same problem. We were doing them outside for a while and felt a little safe. Then winter came, we couldn't do that, so we started doing it this way. And the good thing is I've had friends from Connecticut, Maine, Italy, the Virgin Islands, and St. Croix. So people from all over are joining on these things, and that's a blast. It's really a lot of fun. So I could see in some regard this virtual format could continue after we're back out in the world and seeing each other face to face. I got a funny feeling some of this will probably still continue, and your 48-hour one would be a perfect one for that. So, all right, so I'm going to do a song here. I think it's my turn? Yeah. I don't want to jump in if it's not my turn, but I think this is how finding love happens. TV dinners on a made bed. Got one book that I never read. This is the story of a lonely man's life. Had a cat, named him Jack. Left one day, that cat never came back. This is the story of a lonely man's life. I've been patient for so long, it seems, looking for a gal in my dreams. Other guys fall in love, it never happens to me. Go to a party wearing a smile, find a corner I can hide for a while. This is the story of a lonely man's life. I've been patient for so long, it seems, looking for the gal in my dreams. Other guys fall in love, never happened to me. Went down to the corner to pick up some bread, maybe some wine, it puts me to bed. Just biding my time, waiting in the line. At the checker, she smiled at me, hair so soft, skin like coffee with cream. Could she be the gal of my dream? Gave up looking a long time ago, figured my dream gal just ain't gonna show. Then I found her standing there, ringing up my old grain bread. Kids drive us crazy, but that's okay. Our love keeps us happy each and every day. Finally found the gal of my dream. There you go. All right. Kari, it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, once again, what was I going to say? It's live, damn it. All right. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here. Thank you, Rick, for having me, and thank you, Megan, for everything you've put on this year. It's really special, and it's really brought in, like just learning so much more about just the talent that's out there in Cleveland and the music that's out there. It's really, really fun. It's really cool. And yeah, I kind of hope it comes on too, even when things start opening up, because especially for a mom like me, there's sometimes when it's like a Friday night and it's like, year ago when it was going out and playing live, it would be kind of exhausting to think like, man, here we go again. Just worked all day and now I'm going to work some more. But, it's just the comfort of your own home is pretty cool. It's a little weird to get used to. I'm still getting used to it. I did a couple 48 hours and I really, really enjoyed it, but it was very, very, yeah, it's a weird thing to get used to. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. But I really appreciate that you invited me to do that. And yeah, let's see. I'm going to do, probably do Driftwood. Overwhelmed before I even started. Expectations leave me broken hearted. What did I think would happen if I just stood still? Riptide will get you every time. It's such a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. Now I'm stranded in the water and it's got me all confused. And I take whatever washes up to me. Let the golf waves gently sing the songs to me. Trying too hard like a bird picking at the sand for fleas. I guess I just let the waves crash over me. Over me. Over me. Over me. too young for your conservatisms. When the bad guy don't get his fair due, what kind of hope is there left for me and you? It's funny, but it's true. Now I'm stranded in the water and it's got me all confused. And I'll take whatever washes up to me. Let the golf waves gently sing the songs to me. Trying to hide like a bourbon at the sand for fleas. I guess I'll just let the waves crash over me. Over me. Over me. Over me.
All right. Very nice. Very nice.
Sorry about the rambling there. It gets quiet and then it's just like, what am I even saying anymore? I don't remember. It's the one thing I hate about the virtual. It's so quiet.
All right, so I'm going to cheat here a little bit. If you've noticed, I'm not good at these banners. I keep forgetting to change them, so I'm going to work this a little bit more and just put them all on in one, but it doesn't seem to be working the way I want it, so I'll fix that too in a minute. So in the meantime, let's go on over to Meganne, and what do you got for us?
I've got ramblings. I've got a song. I just want to say to Kari, thank you for the thank yous. And yeah, thank you both, Kari and Rick. You've both played the 48-Hour Fest. And yeah, it was just wonderful to have so many songwriters, like you mentioned too, Rick, from all over the world join us. And we're definitely continuing with our virtual fests. And I hope that similar to what we plan to do, I hope you'll plan to do as well. If you do your rounds at Wilbert's or on location elsewhere, stream them. You know, there's still people who won't be able to go out, and there's people all over the world who probably look forward to tuning into these things. So that's the plan with 48 Fest, is, you know, expand on location streams and continue to invite a global community to come together. So I think you'll be doing the same thing, Rick, and both of you, thank you very much for joining in and supporting the 48-Hour Fest and other Songwriter Block and other things that are virtual like this. And I agree with you, Kara, it is weird, the silence, and we just start talking, and we're like looking at ourselves on the computer, and it's just so strange compared to, you know, though, people have expressed, the fans of music and musicians alike have expressed how these virtual shows have really balanced the talking crowds. You know, we do have great listening rooms sometimes, but we also have all played those stages where we don't feel like we're being heard, and it's a weird thing to suddenly have silence when playing, and the assumption that people are listening when they're tuning into these. So I think the other really cool thing, one more ramble, about the virtual show is that the conversation can happen quietly, silently in the comments. One thing I was talking about recently with 48 Fest is it's not just about being able to watch the musicians, but to think about the group of folks in the comments sort of interacting and talking with each other, and then that brings us together as well. As you know, we normally might comment on a post, but it's not in real time, and so having these live streams allows for real-time conversations in the comments. And if we were at a bar, that would just be annoying or loud in the background. So that's the end of my ramble. And with that, I'm going to play the first song I wrote when the quarantine struck, and right before or right as I was having the idea for 48-Hour Virtual Fest and how music was going to get us through this, as it gets us through so many things. This song is called Hope in Sound. And I see that Rick has my Bandcamp linked on this, on the links below, and so this song is on the Bandcamp. Everyone stayed home, everyone slowed
down. Everyone stood up in one sound. Our collective sigh. Everyone spoke hope instead of lies. The truth comes out when you're kept inside. Everyone stood up, everyone cried out. Alone together in the sound as one resilient voice saying, there's hope in light, there's hope in rain, there's hope in sound. The frequencies resonate as all of our reflections. Everyone's feeling the weight of their own thoughts. Don't let fears force love from. Everyone's finding the power within, the power without, to act from love louder than our doubts as one resilient voice saying, there's hope in light, there's hope in rain, there's hope in sound. The frequencies we make resonate as all of our reflections make waves. With hope in light and hope in rain, there's hope in sound. The frequencies resonate and we make waves. We make waves. We make waves with everything we think and say as one. As one. Together, resilient voice, singing together, together, to heal, to feel, together. Heal ourselves into reality. Chant each breath we take and fill yourself with light. Fill yourself with love. Fill yourself with what only your God knows how much it matters. What you make with your waves. 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 What you gave when everyone stayed home as one. We found the sound of light and love, and we made waves. We made waves. There's always hope in sound. The thought you're thinking, singing now. It's what you make with your waves. It's what you make with your waves.
You know,
Beautiful.
it makes me almost cry, some of those lines, because I can feel that fear that song really did come from. I was soothing my own, anxieties and fears. So thank you for giving me a place to share it again.
Sure. It's important to do that. I think it's
Essential.
one of the reasons we all write.
Yes.
Right.
All right. So this next song is kind of the same thing, actually. I don't do it very often, and it's probably because it does, it speaks to some of my frailties, and I got lots of them, but this is one of them. It's about, how people react differently to being alone. So I won't say anymore. Maybe let's make sure I'm good at it. Hang on 1 second. This weather plays havoc with wooden instruments. All right, that should work. Moon on the bayou, clouds hang in the sky, fresh rain on Sylvania, my heart's heavy tonight, alone in the dark, wrapped in the night, shadows surround, how I long for the light. Feeling a sorrow when I'm all alone. The cold, heavy hand, while it waits on my soul. Now I try to fight it, try to reach for the light. A voice from within says, live with lonely tonight. Says there's peace all around. You'll find peace within. Small flame in your heart. Lonely's your friend. Alone in the dark. You'll find the light. Lay in the arms of lonely tonight. A feeling of peace when you're all alone. That warm, gentle hand, how it comforts your soul. Now look within, you'll find the light. Lay in the arms of lonely tonight. Moon on the bayou, clouds low in the sky, fresh rain on Sylvania, my heart's peaceful tonight. Alone in the dark, I feel the light. Ain't it just like the angels? I'll be alright. Ain't it just like the angels? I'll be alright. There we go. You're there. I see you. All right, Kari.
All right. Well, since we're all kind of doing songs that came to us, during quarantine, I figured I'd play you this one. So, my quarantine has not been lonely per se. I it's more so just I feel like I haven't been alone in quite a long time. I've got 2 little girls that I've been teaching or helping them get through virtual school since last year, and it's been quite the experience. It's been a challenge, but I'm naturally pretty introverted of a person, unless I'm on a stage and then I'm comfortable for some reason. But so that's been really it's I've had my ups and downs with that, and struggles with just trying to keep it together, and yeah. So this was a song I ended up writing about that. My mother was going through some stuff too, and and God bless her, I love her so much. And she had a cancer scare. She's good now, but she's one of those people that just always kind of apologizes for everything, even when it's not her fault. And there's a part of me that felt like maybe some of that guilt that we always hold on to, can manifest and kind of start showing physical signs in our bodies and stuff like that. So, and I carry a lot of that too. Thanks a lot, Mom. Or I tend to, think everything's my fault and whatever. So this was sort of my song, just like, just therapeutic way to try to get myself out of that mindset, but still struggling and still like, working our way through it, right? Okay. So this song's, I guess I'm calling it apologizing, or apologies. If you go through life apologizing, that's gonna give you something to feel sorry about. If you go through life criticizing everything you do, that's gonna give you something, fill you up with that. Where are the walls, the ones inside your head, the ones that keep those nightmares safely put to bed? Mine's all but disappeared. I'm all out of luck. The monsters broke down through their walls. Now they're out of luck. I can't go through life hearing one more goddamn thing with your toxic positivity. Well, I am really gonna check out. I really need is a chance to be just by myself, so I can truly get to the root of what this is all about. Where are the walls, the ones inside my head, the ones that keep those nightmares safely put to bed? Mine's all but disappeared. I'm all out of luck. The monsters broke down through their walls. Now they're out of I can't go through life apologizing. Life's already given me so much I feel sorry about. I can't go through life criticizing everything I do. Life's already filled me up to the brim with so much doubt. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me something. Or you gotta give me something, yeah. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me something. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something like. Thank you, thank you.
We got the reverb clap.
I can imagine you have two kids at home. It's got to be a little challenging at times.
They're amazing girls. They
Oh, I'm
really
sure.
are. Yeah, but
Doesn't matter.
woo!
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs ever is by the Wood Brothers. It's called "Never and Always." Sometimes I feel like I'm never and always alone. It's like, it's like you can be surrounded by people and still feel like, damn,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in the weeds.
All right, so Megan.
All right. Again, thanks so much for doing this tonight, Rick and Kari. Your songs are doing exactly what music is supposed to do right now, which, just expressing what they're about. Kari, that last story you told, it's so important to, I agree, I'm one of those people too. I think, we internalize guilt and we have to internalize, it's not even our guilt, just internalize the weight of the world, which I actually have a song later that's called The Weight of the World. And I'll talk about that a little more when I get to that one. But yeah, turning it into positive frequencies, just transforming that weight and making it into music, and then that's something that, anyone can share in and heal from, hopefully, with you. But most importantly, you, the songwriter, being able to get that out into something tangible like music is, I think it's one of the greatest gifts we have to ourselves, as musicians. To be able to transform that. I forget, being a musician for as long as I have, a songwriter, that other folks out there, it's like I'm always encouraging people, whether you paint or dance or stretch, just to let it out, and if you can, turn it into something like music or art, to be able to see it in front of you and not within is such a blessing to be able to do. This next song that I was going to play on piano, because then I'm going to switch over to guitar, is my sound check song that I did. It's called Full Moon Resolution, and this is something that I'm working on a solo album right now, and this will be on that album. I wrote it more than a year ago, so back in the before times. And it was kind of about a back of my mind thought at open mic nights, looking at other people and the way we'd look at each other on stage, that thing that we think, unfortunately, as songwriters, we could feel self-conscious and feel like people are better than us, and especially, like you said, Kari, I can be very much an introvert as well, and then on stage or here, I'm like, but we see that energy from someone on stage, and we assume that they are that way all the time, but we forget that probably just like ourselves, people are always struggling internally, so it's kind of about that, kind of.
I don't need a distraction. I need a resolution. Spirals fighting for the light when they intertwine. Another bursting light of life aligned. All we see is the best of them people up all night, counting dreams, turning terror into lies that calm us down. I don't seek your reaction. We are not our moods. Prisms shining for the right to color your truth. All we see is the best of them people up all night, counting dreams, turning into lies that calm us down. Full moon, rainstorm, magnets radiate more love between the sound. Fool in a rainstorm, looking for a table, waiting for a ride back home. Full moon, rainstorm, magnets radiate more. All we see is the best of the people up all night, counting dreams, turning terror into lies that calm us down. Smooth the wrinkles out and fix up my hair, fix up myself before you walk through the door. You think no one cares, and you wonder how all these people got it figured out. But all we know is how we choose to soothe our distractions into resolution.
It gives me chills.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Okay, let's see here. I keep changing the song I'm going to do. So I picked one here that just before the pandemic, we started working on a project, we being Amanda Walsh and myself, started working on a project to do a kids album. And we didn't quite get it done, but during the pandemic, we actually did get it done and released it, and it's available. We just never did a CD release party, and we're looking forward to that because hopefully it'll have a lot of little kids in it, which would be a lot of fun. This is a song that I wrote, and it's kind of like how kids deal with some of their fears time from time. We wrote the album so it would be interesting to kids, but hopefully interesting to their parents and their grandparents as well. So this is called My Secret Friend. Room's real quiet, sip that creaky sound I hear. Why they leave me here alone with my fears. The closet door is open, I know something lives in there. I got a secret pal, skinny tail, name is Fred. About half a foot long, gray fur like rusted lead. I keep my rat head way under my bed. my mom never finds Fred there. He holds my hand till dreams fill my head. He talks to me and tells some jokes about horses that can fly. Sometimes he play a game of cheese that he hides. I swear I see a glimmer in his beady eyes. Don't tell many folks about my friend Fred. They look at me weird like I got rocks in my head. I keep my rat hid way under my bed. Been my friend for 4 or 5 years. Funny how my mom never finds Fred there. He holds my hand till dreams fill my head. Why they leave me here alone with my fear?
So cute. I love it. So cute. Eat your heart out, Lori Berkner. I love it.
All right, Kari.
All right. Right at the end. All right. This is a song I wrote about. Well, I guess immigration. I call it Harbor Chick. Are all in order. Electronic signature too. Yeah, we're selling off Lady Liberty. Her bright lantern just won't do. Seems things have changed and we don't share the same point of view. She stayed true even when she lost her copper hue. Time to let her know it's us and not you. It's like a midlife crisis where we can't accept the blame. We'll deflect and we'll gloat and we'll never show that we truly are ashamed. We've grown greedier and weaker and ignorant as we age. Now it couldn't be more clear we're no longer on the same page. If we're honest with ourselves, we don't deserve her anymore. But a fragile ego is in control, so we're showing her the door.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Nice song.
Important song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heard that. Beautiful.
I've got all these like political songs, but I always am a little bit hesitant to play them. But maybe I'll play one on that. I don't know. We'll see. But at this point, let's turn it over to Megan and see what she's got here.
Real quick, I'm using guitar now instead of piano. How's this? I think it needs more. That should be good.
Sounds good.
Come on.
Sounds
Okay,
good. That sounds good.
thank you. And I hear you on the balancing of, offending people when we want to inspire them to just be more inclusive, and how things that, especially this last year, I keep telling my response to that usually is like, it's not political, it's a human rights issue. So I don't know why things that are human rights issues become politicized, but that is the world. So on that note, actually, the song I'm going to play next is called Change What You Can, and it was written about something that was very politicized, but I kept the lyrics sort of focused on the very thing the song is about, which is being the change we want to see in the world, and just making it about ourselves and what we can do. Change what you can, whether that means being, taking a day and reflecting and just having time for yourself so you can come back stronger and help others fight the good fight. But this is called Change What You Can. There's a recording of this with my band, Meg and the Magnetosphere, that you can hear on Spotify, or it's also on the Bandcamp, which is not my solo Bandcamp, but my band's one. Anyway, it's called Change What You Can.
Help me to understand humans. Why do we keep tearing at our skin so thin when we could be building a home we can all live in? Help me understand the plan. God is good, but the kingdom is within. Don't point your fingers when we could be shaking hands. Change what you can. Change what you can. Change what you can. Change what you can. Help me and carry out this plan. Change what you can. 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 And together we can stand against what we can't alone. Alone. Change what you can. 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 Change what you can.
Yeah.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I'll do it. You made me brave, ladies. Wrote this one, apparently I wrote this thing back in 2018, which makes a lot of sense. And then I updated it in 2020. Taught as a child, we're all sisters and brothers. Golden rule, simple, just love one another. A lesson so clear, hard to misconstrue. God, I wish it were true. Judging others by who they love or the color of their skin. If the golden rule was sent from above, these convictions are some kind of sin. Time will come, it's undoubtedly true. Angels will lift you on high. When you get to the gates made of pearl and gold, what will you do if he don't look like you? Turn on the news, there was riots in Charlottesville. 11 souls died of the tree of life. Children ripped from their mothers, just trying for a better life. Judging others on how they pray, or the homeland of their kin. If the golden rule was sent from above, these convictions are some kind of sin. Down while out on a jog, Brianna just lying in bed. Floyd and Gardner sent from this world, struggling to take their last breath. Castile, Trayvon, and Sandra Bland, just to name a few. The golden rule was sent from above. God, when will this end? Time will come when it's undoubtedly true. Angels will lift you on high. When you get to the gates made of pearl and gold, what will you do if you don't look like you? Time will come, it's undoubtedly true. Angels will lift you on high. You get to the gates made of pearl and gold. What will you do if he don't look like you? What will you do if he don't look like you? There we go.
Thank you for playing that and writing it.
Oh,
Really
thank
powerful
you. Thank you.
and necessary.
I kind of thought, well, maybe this is dated and it's old, but obviously it's not. Because of what just happened down in Atlanta, and it's happening everywhere. And these, it just breaks my heart when I hear that some 80-year-old woman or an 80-year-old man gets beat up or pushed down in Buffalo. And I'll stop now and go on and let Kari bring us back up here.
It's like, oh man, I was trying to debate on what song to do next, and it's like, well, I could do that one on school shootings, but I feel like we need to get out of that mode for a second. So this is a fun one. Peter actually asked me to do it. It's a fun one I wrote for my girlfriend of mine a couple years ago now. But she's just the coolest chick ever. So I really admire her. So yeah, she's my concert wifey, I like to call her. She's taken me to quite a few really cool shows. So this is called the Queen of Rock and Roll. Troublemaker smiling and looks like Monroe. She's the queen, she's the queen, she's the queen of rock and roll. First time I saw her watch her steal the show. She's the queen, she's the queen, she's the queen of rock and roll. Patches on her jean jacket let me know she been show from here to Pittsburgh time. She got the rhythm, she got the roots right in her soul. Don't need no money, make her own damn money. She's so red hot she goes. Yeah, she's so red hot she goes. See her dance to the front, watch the crowd part away. She's a queen, she's a queen, she's the queen of rock and roll. When she got you in her sights, you'll be hers for days. She's the queen, the queen of rock and roll. Hustle's better than any merch you ever seen. Yeah, there's a rhyme, there's a reason why we call her the queen. She got the rhythm, she got the roots right in her soul. Don't need no honey, make her own damn money. She's so red hot she go. Yeah, she's so red hot she cold. She's the queen, the queen, the queen of rock and roll. She's the queen, she's the queen, the queen of rock and roll. The queen, she's the queen of rock and roll. And she's so red hot she cold.
Good song. Good
Thank you.
song. Queen of rock.
Thank you.
Queen of rock.
Yeah, thank goodness for that between Rick and my next song. I just, after you said that you had a song about school shootings, I guess I have to state that when I wrote Change What You Can, it was in direct reaction to a school shooting, the Sandy Hook one, and I was actually out of the country at the time, and so I felt very disconnected from everything, and I was watching, I saw the news, and then I went on Facebook, and this was back in, obviously, 2011 or 12, and 2012, I think, and just seeing people argue. So really, I was like, what could I say? What could I possibly say? Because the two sides of the issues, like gun control or mental health, and just that, it's like, it's both, of course, but watching people so strongly take a side, it's like, change what you can. Don't argue with each other, come up with solutions together. So I think, as we know as artists, both sides of the coin of writing as artists is important. Feel good, hopeful songs that just are, and then things that address really tough topics as well. So I'm happy to be a part of this round that has both so much in it. And going back on the heavier side of things, I mentioned the song earlier. It's called Atlas, parentheses, The Weight of the World. And it very much goes back to addressing that feeling of when we're feeling, down or depressed, or that we have the weight of the world on our shoulders, that next thought that unfortunately comes so often, which is, I don't deserve to feel bad for myself or to take this day to take care of myself because people have bigger issues, and they do, and that conversation that we get stuck in a loop in our head. So it kind of addresses that. And then furthermore, goes to that place where everything we've been talking about today too, that is on the heavier side, sometimes folks find it easier, including ourselves, I'm sure at times, to just want to tune out or turn it off. And speaking to the broader population, asking them not to do that. It hurts sometimes to feel everything happening in the world, but without that feeling of both extremes, we won't get anything done. So, yeah, this song is called The Weight of the World.
Relative truth. radiant light, the darkness from within. Ooh, they put it there to sink or swim with the weight of the world burns behind everyone's eyes. It's just a matter of how far back beneath the disguise we wrap ourselves in comfortable truth and lose ourselves in that too. If you live on the edge, there's no thought of what if, but in the warmest beds, in the suburbs, the thoughts circling her head, keeping us awake but not awoken. The weight of the world burns behind everyone's eyes. It's just a matter of how far back, buried beneath the disguise, we wrap ourselves in comfortable lies and lose ourselves in them. You knew this all before. Do you remember? You knew the song before. Do you remember what's keeping you awake? Do you remember feeling everything? I'm not okay. I'm aware that's okay. I'm aware there is no game but the one we play with what's keeping us awake. You knew this song before. You knew this song before. Do you remember feeling everything? What's keeping you awake? Feeling nothing. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember feeling everything? What's keeping you awake? Feeling nothing. It's too much.
Yeah. Very pretty. Wow. Okay. This is going to be our last round, so I'll start and we'll go through, and I guess you're going to end, Megan. And I'm going to just ask you if you could maybe consider playing Mary Ann for me. Maybe. but you can choose your own mass song, but just in case that came up. So, all right, so I'm going to play a song here that okay, so as bad things happen, things don't work out, but the message of this one is sun will always shine. So that's the name, that's the title of the song. Days are dark, dark as can be. Trouble seems to follow me. One big cloud above my head. My daddy used to tell me, son, when you think your luck is gone and done, the sun will always shine. Oh, that old sun will always shine. Need $3, got just two. My old gray cat's got the flu. What the hell am I gonna do? Go outside and start my car. The gas I got won't get me far. Another day right down the tubes. Oh, I'm feeling awfully blue. Spinning round my head, I recall those words my daddy said. When your luck is down, boy, don't despair. No need to scream, no need to cry, just lift your head up to the sky. The sun will always shine. Oh, that old sun will always shine. Boss said he'd like to talk to me about my being lazy. Apparently, napping is not allowed. He canned my ass no benefits. If I had a chance, I'd surely quit. Might as well head to the bar. How I'll find peace and love at the bar. My wife brought home a baby crib, said, don't you worry, ain't your kid. It might look a bit like your brother Fred. I wiped my eyes and shook my head, not sure I heard just what she said. Another day all tore to shreds. What's that she said about my brother Fred? Spinning round my head, I recall those words my daddy said. When your luck is down, boy, don't despair. No need to scream, no need to cry, just lift your head up to the sky. The sun will always shine. Oh, that old sun will always shine. Days are dark, dark as can be. Trouble seems to follow me. One big cloud above my head. Try to bring to mind those words my daddy left behind. The sun will always shine. Oh, that old sun will always shine. The sun will always shine. Okay, so that wasn't a sad one.
Now I'm on the fence. I couldn't. I think I want to do thoughts and prayers. not to bring us back down.
Well, that sounds
It
like a
just
good
feels-
one.
Yeah, it was just very relatable to the discussion we've been having and everything.
I'll do it.
So yeah, so this is one I wrote. Around. I want to say the Parkland shootings, because it was, I think Sandy Hook, my kids were too little to be in school. But they were starting to be in school by that time, and they're telling me about, oh, we had a drill today, and it was pretty scary, and things like that. It just broke my heart. So it's definitely something that I'm always thinking about. So it's called Thoughts and Prayers. Anger overwhelms, it holds my thoughts hostage, my tongue tied, words want to come out, but the brain is scrambles no matter how hard I try. I keep a poker face for my babies. They don't need to feel my dread. But every time I hear a siren, the nightmare, it plays out in my head. What if it happened where she is? Would she make it home to me today? Thoughts and prayers from NRHs. Is there nothing more there is to say? How many will we let slip through? How many more years of this? How many thoughts have frozen over? How can we just ignore all this? Don't tell me to be scared of a stranger when it's my brothers holding the guns. Don't tell me to look down on another. We know we are the ones. No wars can keep out the ignorance. No money can buy back their lives. Your so-called protection has all been a pack of lies. Life is too precious to hold on to such anxiety. Well, I can't understand how your AR-15 means more to you than society. If mental illness is the cause, where is your solution? How can our children's lives be trumped by an ancient constitution? How many will we let slip through? How many more years of this? How many hearts have frozen over? How can we just ignore this? Don't tell me to be scared of a stranger No money can buy back their lives. Your so-called protections have all been a pack of lies.
Very nice, very nice, very. Things like that have to be written. They have to be sung. Right, unfortunately, but it's good. It's good.
Well,
All
I
right.
can't deny the host's request to play Marianne. So, the song I was going to play, I'm just going to tell you about really quick. It's called Makers of Our Name, and it's about what you just said, Rick, is that we are making our reality through the language we choose, not just in songwriting, but etc. And for any viewers watching, just tune in to the stream I do later this week promoting this weekend, next weekend's 48-hour virtual music fest. I'll play that song as a sort of test promo post leading up to my solo set from today, Friday the 26th at 11:30 p.m. And the 48-hour virtual music fest, again, thank you for giving me this platform to mention it. It's kicking off next weekend, the 26th to the 28th, and the first artist officially goes on at 9 p.m., and that's Alan Made, and it's a birthday celebration for him as well during his stream there. And then, again, my solo set will be that same night, Friday, 11:30 p.m., and this song is called Marianne, and it's gonna sunshine our way right out of this Songwriter Block today. This is about my grandma Marianne, but more so, it's about the spirit of the maternal matriarchy, the grandmas, the love, the sunshine that is all-encompassing, motherly, grandmotherly love. So I think that does, of course, even tie back to Kari's last song. Of course, the concern, the wanting to fix all the problems in the world, you know, for the next generation and for those we love. But yeah, it's just about my grandma Marianne.
Looking back and forward again, I'll think of her presence, her steady hands reaching out for you to dance and sing a song about happiness. She hopes you'll find your happiness, it's in your hands. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. Yay. Well, thank you, Kari, for doing this. There's the ladies. How you doing? And Megan, thank you so much for joining in tonight. I really appreciate it. Oh, wow, the whole family. Cool. Cool. So we'll be doing this in a couple more weeks, and tune in this weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend, right? For 48 hour. So thanks again to everybody who listened, and take care, be safe, and wear your mask and all that. So I will talk to you. I'll see you all later.